Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Los Angeles Rams. Two weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken near the 13. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. His first carry. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
He's not going to get me. Hey, 43, 45.
Here's Hines. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Yellow. 51 to mine. 51 to mine. Exit. Shit. Hey, 57, color, 57.
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Yellow.
Now it's Hines pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Let's go. 90, Wolf. 55. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none.
He can run for it, and he will. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Easy. Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike. I'm here on smoke.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
The 2nd down and 10th there, knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Throwing now is Mahomes. This is caught, and he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Curtis Samuel, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point up and through, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Watch the motion. Watch the motion. Check 43. Check. Lock it up.
They start the drive on the ground with Lewis. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down L.A. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
You get blocked.
They'll stay with Lewis here on 1st down. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Hey, let's go.
Tiger. Hey, exit.
51 the mic, boy. 51. Hey, tight. Mike 51. Mike 51.
Now Goff. It's complete. This is Todd Gurley. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. It'll be a 1st down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 42-yard line.
Check three.
Value 1.
Hatchet. Hey, watch edge.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Dorian O'Daniel, 3rd-round pick in 2018, made the tackle. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
17.
Watch the whip. Hey, alert 3. Check. Fresno.
Hey, kill.
Watch twist. Check 3.
A 2nd down run with Lewis. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
DC. Hey, orbit. 12.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 25-yard line.
14.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Tonight, value three, value three. Protein spill.
Now Lewis here on first down. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard.
Kill.
Hey, shell.
Check.
They run. This is Lewis. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through and picking up first downs.
Hey, 5.
Here we go, D. Here I come.
Hey, Charlie.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball. 41's the mic. Check.
On first and 10, gone. It's complete to Lockett. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Well, there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
You ain't doing nothing today.
Throwing again on second down. Goff, nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
44, Mike.
Hey, high 7. Yeah, Rick Roll.
Wide, get wide.
Out of the gun, Goff. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. And this is no good. Close, but no cigar, just wide right. And this score will stay right where it is.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
They begin the drive with Hines. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. And a cut to... And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Michael Thomas, his second touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. Extra point safely through, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Ric Flair.
Pick it up. Hey, switch gears.
Now a give. Running right is Lewis. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go.
On 3rd down, it's Lewis. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
In my humble estimation, terrific work there defensively. Running backs trying to get wide, get to the sideline, and they beat him to the spot, forced him out of bounds, pretty close to the line of scrimmage.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 20. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Well, they get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes got his target, Samuel. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
Yellow. Mark the blue lady. And color.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
3 down. 15.
Check 4. Go ahead, baby.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Michael Thomas. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. The point after is good, and it's now 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
180.
Go, go, go. Shoot, shoot, shoot.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Check. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Switch, switch, switch. Check, 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 check. Check the backer, check the backer.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Sean Davis that time on the tackle. The draw play here, Lewis. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Boy shifts past him. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Now they'll run with Lewis. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. A shotgun snap for Gone. And his throw here's incomplete. He was in search of his tight end, Tyler Higbee. And it's 3rd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
44's the mic. 44's the mic.
3rd and long. It's gone. He gets it to Cooks. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
44's the mic. 44's the mic. Check, check.
They're going to go for it. It's gone. This is caught. It's Cooks. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
As a defender, I always found the slant route extremely difficult to cover unless you're able to jump on top of it early, because once he gets his hands on the ball, he's at full speed going away from you.
It all happens in the blink of an eye, doesn't it?
It really does. The timing is so important. That ball's got to be out of the hands of the quarterback and to the receiver like that. And if it is, you often get a very successful play.
First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Gone. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football. Ball there, and it's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Tighten up, tighten up. Pull it together.
Go, Mike 51, Mike 51. Hey, it's coming up. Hey, let's go, it's coming. Maverick.
Alert 3, alert.
All right.
Alert 3.
Come on now.
Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down where they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
DC. Value 1.
Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51. Record.
On first down, gone. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
51's the Mike. 51's the Mike. Let's go, defense.
To throw is gone. And that's complete to Cooks. And the ball is knocked out, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 30. 6-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive. Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They'll run here with Balaj. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Yellow. 480.
All right, T, let's try. All right, T.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. Flush to his right. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. After the incomplete 10.
Hey, 57.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Open man is Samuel, complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Curtis Samuel, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Point after, up and good. And that makes the score 28-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Tyler Lockett, he's at the 50, 30, the 20. And how about that return as he's all the way inside the 20-yard line.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a
down.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They try again with Lewis. He juked him. And shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. Well, we know it's a tough mission for this defense to hold them to a field goal after that long kick return, but they're one play away from doing it.
They certainly are very close to accomplishing what they needed to get done because they've treated this like a sudden change. You know, when the offense turns the ball over on a fumble or an interception, before you go out, you get together as a defense and go, sudden change, keep your poise, be ready to go. That's exactly what this group has done.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
Watch the pass. Watch the safety creep. Take it, take it.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he'll be brought down. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Kill. He don't know no better. 51 the month.
From the gun, here's Goff. And he will not be able. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. This ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But yeah, to be frank, just a double coverage and it's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
51. Watch the run, watch the run. Check.
Value 3, value 3.
Check.
On 2nd down, it's Lewis. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. The Rams on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Goff. He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the 1st. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. Goff now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They run with Lewis out of the gun. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
12, 12, 12, 12. Hey, Alpha.
Mike 51.
Here we go.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Goff. It's caught. Lockett. And he's able to get up here to the 26. The Rams on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Hey, Echo.
Back to throw. Goff. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That's a gain of 13. 1st down, Rams. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
We're good.
Shotgun handoff for Lewis. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Double tight. 3 down, 3 down. Watch the shift. Watch the shift. Hey, hey, watch the shift. Watch the shift. 4 down.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
Here we go, here we go.
On second and 11 now. Goff, left side complete to Lockett. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
Cut.
Louis. Hey, seam 6.
Right here, guys. Fight.
Goff now to throw. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
3 down. Hey, check.
Hey, Delta.
3 down. 51's the mic. 51's the mic. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
They go ahead and snap it. Gone. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position.
Let's go, Lou, Eddie.
Get in the weight room.
On first down, it's Hines, and he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field, and that one looks to be in the area where someone was held.
You ready?
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Give me that ball, defense.
Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. That's going to be caught by Samuel. It's a gain of 5, and it'll make this a 2nd and long.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
65.
43.
51's Mike. Mike 51. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Go. Mike 51. Mike 51. Watch the screen.
To throw again on second down, Mahomes. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Aaron Donald with a sack.
On Sunday. Come on. He's checking.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
They're in the fourth quarter in Denver. The Broncos, they're just pouring it on in that one. And if they could hold on to that lead, it would be win number 4 on the season for them. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
He's got Lewis. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins champion.
Maybe a champion.